Today on the 5-Minute Book Review starring Curtis and Ian, we peel back the layers of Frank Miller's award-winning graphic novel, Sin City: The Hard Goodbye. Yes, this was the story that was made into the Sin City movie, and whenever anyone talks about the Sin City movie, they always talk about the weird style it had. And this right here is where the weird style came from. She's all black and white with a very odd splash of red or yellow. While slightly tame by today's standards, back in the early 90s, make no mistake about it, this was a gritty, envelope-pushing publication. Coin toss to start, and Curtis is the winner.
You're watching the 5-Minute Book Review starring Curtis and Ian. Today we're going to take a look at Frank Miller's Sin City: The Hard Goodbye. I'm not as big as a fan of Frank Miller as I should be. I'm not saying I'm not a huge fan, I just don't own a lot of his work. This is the only Sin City thing I own, which is a travesty of justice, to quote the late, great Gorilla Monsoon. What can you say about this? I mean, obviously it was made into a movie, and I try really hard not to go into the whole what I thought about a movie when we're talking about a book, because it's a book review, but his stuff for the most part is untouchable. I mean, story aside, the thing that I love most about this is the way the art jumps off the page. He does more with like 3 or 4 colors than most artists can do with the whole, Crayola box of 64 colors or whatever they're up to right now. For me, the storytelling takes a backseat to the incredible art. That being said, the storytelling is still fantastic. Once again, Ian, line up the gritty graphic novel. It doesn't get much grittier than Sin City and Frank Miller.
Oh, we love the grit on this show. Gritty graphic novels are where it's at, and Frank Miller is like the master of gritty graphic novels. And we can break out anything. We break out that, 300, Ronin, whatever we want. It is freaking fantastic. This book, the first one in the series, this graphic novel is amazing. I mean, I could easily, again, like you said, we could easily just talk about the movie. I mean, it's, in some ways, it's almost shot for shot. Not always, of course, it rarely ever is, but I mean, there's all these parts that are almost shot for shot. And it's the visuals, it's the melding of the medium. Like, I think his work to me is a prime example of what comics can achieve when the art and the writing are just firing simultaneously on all cylinders. Like, they are together on this. Like, it is this unified medium, and he is, like many of the masters in this medium, knows how to unify them, and this book is a prime example of that skill.
All right, I'm going to talk about the movie really quick. Brittany Murphy, long live Brittany Murphy. Fantastic in this movie, much like Heath Ledger in The Dark Knight. Why is it the best comic book that get made into movies have a tragedy attached to them anyways? I just had to get that out. Again, if you haven't picked up this, again, it's not for everybody, but you really owe it to yourself. If you're not into the whole violent, disturbing images through graphic novels, whatever, but the art, study the art. I mean, I ripped it off when I created Strip Down. Look at the logo. It's red, black, and silver.
It's an interesting point about the graphic novels. I mean, The Crow is a fantastic comic book and graphic novel. And look at Mr. Lee. I mean, it seems to actually might be a trend there. Not a good one, but a trend. This book is a trendsetter. It is, truly. It is something that has defined so much of his career, and as well as other, like, the comparisons are continual, and it's just, he is a writer and a creator that people aspire to be. I mean, you see it out there with people trying to make something as dark as him, like guys like him, like Alan Moore. Like, these are the people that the current generation of people writing comic books, the new generation, these are who they grew up reading and want to write like. They want to write like these guys, period.
Well done, Ian. I forgot about Brandon Lee and The Crow. Those are my 3 favorite comic books turned movie. They all have tragedy. Why is that? That is weird. That is freaky
What does it
stuff.
say about you that those are your favorites?
I guess. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm cursed. I'm guessing. I'm just going out there. The stories keep up, right? This is honestly, the only one I've ever read. I bet you they're all good.
You love them all.
Yeah?
Period.
Sweet. So, I mean, you probably know more about this series than I do. How well did the general population love this? Was this one of those, like, you had to really find it before the movie came out? You had to really look for it to find it?
I think it's something like, I mean, now it's like The Watchmen. Everybody loves it now.
Yeah.
Everybody saw the movie and thinks it's fantastic and it's great. But for those who knew it before that this came down, I mean, they knew they loved it. It was great. Although now I'm a little bit concerned that if you're cursed, what's going to happen to me?
Just don't make a movie.
Crap. Okay.
Starring you.
That's based on a comic book of my life.
We should make Frisky Dingo the movie.
Yeah, we should. We should probably, but I really don't
Ending
want
with
to
a
do with it.
completely odd, random reference.
Yeah, nobody knows what we're talking about.
Go watch Frisky Dingo.
That's per usual. Yeah, do that too. Read this, then go watch Frisky Dingo.
Frisky
They're nothing
Dingo,
alike.
2 thumbs up.
Oh,
Sin
yeah.
City, The Hard Goodbye, 2 thumbs
2
up.
thumbs up.
Wow, Frisky Dingo, really?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Barnaby Jones.